Deep within the Bay of Bengal, North Sentinel Island is home to the Sentinelese people, one of the world's last uncontacted tribes. Now, Explore TV is going to talk about isolated Sentinelese tribes. Join us, like the video and subscribe as we explore their unique way of life and the importance of their continued isolation. The Sentinelese thrive without modernity, relying on hunting, gathering, and fishing. Their isolation protects them from diseases and preserves their way of life. It is our moral imperative to respect their right to exist on their own terms. The Sentinelese are masters of their island, thriving through sustainable living. Their knowledge of flora and fauna is passed down through generations. They live in harmony with nature, challenging modern notions of progress. Skilled hunters, the Sentinelese rely on marine life and the island's interior for sustenance. Their hunting and gathering practices are deeply intertwined with their cultural beliefs. They utilize every part of their catch, minimizing waste and maximizing resources. The Sentinelese have permanent settlements, their huts blending seamlessly with the environment. They live in close-knit communities, sharing responsibilities and supporting each other. Their unique language and customs reflect a deep connection to the natural world. Despite isolation, the Sentinelese demonstrate remarkable ingenuity. They craft tools and weapons from limited resources and repurpose materials from shipwrecks. Their mastery of fire and resourcefulness highlight their adaptability. The Sentinelese's fear of outsiders is rooted in their vulnerability to diseases. Historical encounters have reinforced their cautious approach to outsiders. Their isolation is a powerful symbol of resistance against globalization. The Sentinelese fiercely protect their island. Their hostility a defense mechanism. Their nuanced response to outsiders demonstrates intelligence and understanding. They are deeply connected to their environment, defending it from all threats. Past encounters with outsiders have often ended in tragedy for the Sentinelese. Historical incidents serve as cautionary tales, reinforcing their distrust. Their unwavering resistance to contact highlights the importance of respecting their isolation. The Sentinelese's isolation has become their most effective shield, protecting them from disease and cultural assimilation. Their unique language stands as a testament to their long history of independence. Their customs and traditions are intricately tied to their environment. The Indian government has adopted a policy of strict non-interference, making North Sentinel Island a protected area. The Indian Navy patrols the waters, ensuring no outsiders venture too close. This policy respects the Sentinelese's right to self-determination. However, climate change poses new threats to their survival. Disease could still reach them, carried by birds, insects, or ocean currents. Their story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of protecting cultural diversity. Their survival depends on our collective willingness to respect their right to exist on their own terms. The Sentinelese culture is an enigma, a tapestry woven from threads of time and isolation. Their language, a key to unlocking the secrets of their world, remains a mystery. Linguists believe it to be a language isolate, unrelated to any other known language. Its cadences hold the stories of their ancestors and the wisdom of generations. Attempts to establish communication have been met with curiosity and caution. The Sentinelese mimic sounds made by outsiders, a glimpse into their linguistic world. Yet, true understanding remains elusive, lost in cultural and linguistic separation. Their language, like their island home, remains their sanctuary. It highlights the importance of preserving linguistic diversity and cultural heritage. Their language is a powerful symbol of their resistance and cultural identity. The Sentinelese cultural practices, veiled in secrecy, offer glimpses into a world untouched by modernity. Their traditions, passed down through generations, are intertwined with their environment. Their dances, performed on the beach, blend rhythm and movement. Their rituals, involving body paint and adornments, are deeply symbolic. These ceremonies likely mark important community events. Their relationship with nature is central to their identity. They are an integral part of their island's ecosystem. Their sustainable practices show a deep understanding of nature's balance. Their tools and weapons are expressions of their cultural identity. The Sentinelese social structure, like many aspects of their culture, remains largely a mystery. Observations from a distance suggest a communal way of life, with tasks such as hunting, gathering, and child-rearing shared amongst members of the group. Their settlements, consisting of simple but sturdy huts constructed from natural materials, are typically clustered together, suggesting a close-knit community where cooperation is essential for survival. Their social hierarchy, though not fully understood, likely revolves around age, gender, and hunting prowess. Elders, with their accumulated knowledge and experience, likely hold a position of respect within the community, their wisdom guiding important decisions. Skilled hunters, responsible for providing food for their families and the community, likely hold a position of status, their abilities essential for the survival of the group. The role of women, though less visible in hunting expeditions, is likely equally vital to the community's survival. Their knowledge of edible plants, their skills in gathering and preparing food, and their role in raising children are essential for the well-being of the group. Their contributions, though often overlooked in outsider perspectives, are likely highly valued within the Sentinelese community. Their social interactions, though observed only from a distance, suggest a strong sense of community and shared purpose. They have been observed to display affection towards one another, engaging in playful interactions and sharing food. Their laughter, echoing across the water, is a testament to the universality of human emotions, a reminder that even in the most isolated corners of the world, joy and companionship are essential elements of the human experience. The spiritual beliefs of the Sentinelese remain shrouded in mystery. Glimpses into their world offer only fragmented insights into their belief system. Their rituals suggest a deep spiritual significance, reflecting a complex cosmology. Their reverence for nature suggests a belief system deeply rooted in the natural world. Rituals likely serve to honor spirits seeking their favor and appeasement. Burial practices offer clues to their beliefs about the afterlife. Graves suggest a belief in a continued existence after death. Practices passed down through generations provide a sense of continuity. Their isolation has allowed their belief system to flourish uniquely. Their beliefs stand as a testament to the enduring human need for meaning and connection. Their story challenges us to acknowledge the diversity of human experience. It reminds us that there are still worlds within our world where ancient traditions and beliefs continue to thrive. The allure of the unknown, the desire to make contact with a culture untouched by the modern world. These are understandable human impulses. Yet when it comes to the Sentinelese people of North Sentinel Island, the most compassionate and responsible course of action is clear. Resist the urge to make contact. Their isolation, though a source of fascination for outsiders, is not a void waiting to be filled, but rather a carefully constructed barrier, a shield protecting them from the potential devastation of the outside world. Their island, ringed by reefs and shrouded in dense forest, stands as a symbol of their resolute independence, their unwavering determination to live on their own terms. To disregard this, to violate their isolation in pursuit of contact, would be an act of profound disrespect, a violation of their autonomy, and a betrayal of their trust. For centuries, they have made their message clear. They do not seek contact, and any attempt to force an encounter would be met with resistance. The Indian government, recognizing the unique vulnerability of the Sentinelese, has declared North Sentinel Island a protected area, off-limits to all outsiders. This is not merely a bureaucratic formality, but a recognition of the Sentinelese's right to self-determination, their right to live free from the intrusions of a world that often struggles to understand or respect those who are different. To attempt to contact the Sentinelese would be to disregard not only their wishes, but also the law. The Indian authorities have made it abundantly clear that any attempt to land on the island or make contact with its inhabitants will be met with legal action. This stance, far from being an obstacle to understanding, is a testament to the commitment to protecting the Sentinelese from the potentially catastrophic consequences of unwanted contact. Beyond the legal ramifications, attempting to contact the Sentinelese carries a far greater risk, the potential introduction of diseases to which they have no immunity. Their isolation, while preserving their unique way of life, has also rendered them incredibly vulnerable to the common pathogens that the rest of the world has developed resistance to over millennia. Diseases that might cause only mild discomfort to an outsider could prove devastating to the Sentinelese, spreading like wildfire through their small population and potentially leading to their extinction. Measles, mumps, rubella, these diseases, often considered childhood illnesses in many parts of the world, could have catastrophic consequences for the Sentinelese. Their immune systems, unexposed to these pathogens, would be ill-equipped to fight back, leaving them susceptible to serious complications and even death. Even a common cold, easily transmitted through the air, could have devastating consequences for a population with no prior exposure. The history of contact between isolated tribes and the outside world is rife with examples of such tragedies. From the Amazon rainforest to the remote islands of the Pacific, countless indigenous communities have been decimated by diseases introduced through contact with outsiders. The Sentinelese, through their isolation, have so far avoided this fate, but their vulnerability remains a stark reality. To approach them, even with the best of intentions, would be to gamble with their lives. The potential for carrying a dormant virus, unknowingly transmitting a deadly pathogen, is a risk too great to take. Our desire to connect, to learn, to bridge the gap between our worlds must be tempered by the understanding that sometimes the most compassionate act is to keep our distance. The Sentinelese people, through their actions and their isolation, have made their wishes abundantly clear. They choose to live apart, to maintain their independence, to preserve their way of life free from outside influence. To disregard this, to impose our presence upon them, would be a violation of their fundamental right to self-determination, a right enshrined in international law and upheld by ethical considerations. Their culture, though largely a mystery to us, is no less valid or valuable than our own. Their traditions, their beliefs, their way of life have sustained them for centuries, allowing them to thrive in one of the world's most challenging environments. To assume that we have anything to offer them, that our way of life is superior or more desirable, would be the height of arrogance. Contact, even if initiated with peaceful intentions, inevitably brings with it the potential for exploitation and assimilation. The history of colonialism is replete with examples of indigenous cultures being decimated by the encroachment of outside influences, their traditions eroded, their languages silenced, their very identities threatened. The Sentinelese, in their isolation, stand as a powerful symbol of resistance against this tide, a testament to the enduring human spirit and the importance of cultural diversity. To respect their right to self-determination is to acknowledge their inherent dignity, to recognize their autonomy, and to celebrate the rich tapestry of human experience in all its forms. The desire to understand the Sentinelese, to unravel the mysteries of their culture, is a testament to our innate curiosity as human beings. However, true understanding cannot be achieved through forced encounters or hasty expeditions. It requires a more nuanced approach, one that prioritizes observation, respect, and a deep appreciation for the complexities of human diversity. We can learn much about the Sentinelese without ever setting foot on their island. Through careful observation from a distance using non-intrusive methods such as aerial photography and remote sensing technology, we can gain valuable insights into their way of life, their social structures, their use of resources, and their impact on the environment. Their story, though shrouded in mystery, offers valuable lessons about human adaptability, resilience, and the importance of cultural preservation. By studying their interactions with their environment, their sustainable practices, and their ability to thrive in isolation, we can gain insights that may help us address some of the pressing challenges facing our own world. The Sentinelese, in their isolation, serve as guardians not only of their island home, but also of a way of life that has all but vanished from the face of the earth. They remind us that progress does not necessitate assimilation, that diversity is a strength, and that true respect lies in allowing others to live according to their own values and traditions. Let us be their guardians at a distance, respecting their boundaries, celebrating their uniqueness, and ensuring that their story continues to be written on their own terms. The Sentinelese people represent a rare and precious link to our shared human past. Their isolation, spanning millennia, has allowed them to maintain a way of life that has vanished from almost every other corner of the globe. They offer us a unique window into the lives of our hunter-gatherer ancestors, a glimpse into a time when humans lived in intimate harmony with nature, their survival dependent on their knowledge of the land and their ability to adapt to its rhythms. Their tools crafted from natural materials, their hunting and gathering techniques, their intimate knowledge of the island's ecosystem, these are all echoes of a time long past, a time before agriculture, before cities, before the complexities of modern civilization. By studying their way of life, we can gain valuable insights into our own evolutionary journey, understanding the challenges our ancestors faced and the ingenious solutions they developed. Their isolation has also preserved a unique cultural heritage, a tapestry of traditions, beliefs and practices that has evolved independently of outside influences. Their language, their rituals, their social structures, these are all testaments to the enduring power of human creativity and adaptability. A reminder that there are countless ways of being human, each with its own intrinsic value. To lose the Sentinelese would be to lose a vital part of our shared human story. It would be to silence a voice that has spoken for millennia, to extinguish a flame that has burned since the dawn of our species. Their continued existence, in all its mystery and isolation, serves as a powerful reminder of our shared human heritage and the importance of preserving the diversity of human experience. The Sentinelese, in their isolation, stand as guardians not only of their own unique culture, but also of the very principle of diversity. In a world increasingly homogenized by globalization, where cultural differences are often seen as barriers to be overcome, their existence serves as a powerful counterpoint, a testament to the beauty and value of difference. Their isolation has allowed them to develop a unique genetic heritage, one that may hold valuable clues to human evolution, disease resistance, and the adaptability of our species. Their immune systems, unexposed to the pathogens that plague the rest of the world, could potentially harbor valuable genetic information that could benefit humankind. Their knowledge of their environment, accumulated over generations of trial and error, is equally valuable. Their understanding of the island's flora and fauna, their sustainable hunting and gathering practices, their ability to thrive in an ecosystem untouched by modern agriculture, these are all lessons that the modern world, grappling with the consequences of climate change and biodiversity loss, would do well to heed. To preserve the Sentinelese is to preserve a living library of knowledge, a treasure trove of genetic and cultural information that could hold the keys to a more sustainable future. It is to recognize that diversity in all its forms is essential for the health and resilience of our planet and our species. The Sentinelese people, through their actions and their isolation, have made their wishes abundantly clear. They choose to live apart to maintain their independence, to determine their own destiny. This right to self-determination, enshrined in international law and upheld by ethical considerations, lies at the heart of the argument for preserving their isolation. To force contact upon them, however well-intentioned, would be a violation of this fundamental right. It would be to impose our values, our beliefs, our way of life upon a people who have shown no desire for such interaction. It would be to deny them the agency to choose their own future, to decide for themselves how they wish to engage or not engage with the outside world. The history of colonialism is replete with examples of such violations where the desire to civilize or convert indigenous populations led to the destruction of cultures, the exploitation of resources, and the decimation of entire peoples. The Sentinelese, in their isolation, stand as a powerful reminder of the importance of learning from these past mistakes and embracing a more ethical and respectful approach to cultural difference. To respect the Sentinelese's right to be left alone is to acknowledge their inherent dignity, their autonomy, and their right to exist on their own terms. It is to recognize that true progress lies not in assimilation but in celebrating the diversity of human experience and allowing all cultures, even those vastly different from our own, to flourish. The responsibility to protect the Sentinelese falls not only on the Indian government, which has rightly declared their island a protected area, but also on the global community as a whole. We all have a role to play in ensuring that their isolation is respected, their culture preserved, and their future secured. This responsibility begins with education. We must raise awareness about the Sentinelese, their unique situation, and the importance of respecting their isolation. We must challenge the romanticized notions of uncontacted tribes and promote a more nuanced understanding of the complexities and vulnerabilities of such isolated communities. We must also support organizations and initiatives that are working to protect the Sentinelese and other isolated tribes around the world. This includes providing financial support, advocating for their rights, and promoting policies that prioritize their well-being and self-determination. Furthermore, we must address the broader threats that jeopardize the Sentinelese's survival, such as climate change and resource depletion. These issues transcend national boundaries and require a concerted global effort to mitigate their impact. The Sentinelese, in their isolation, serve as a powerful symbol of the interconnectedness of all life on Earth. Their fate is inextricably linked to our own. By protecting them, we are not only safeguarding a unique culture, but also reaffirming our commitment to a more just, equitable, and sustainable future for all. The Sentinelese people, enigmatic and resolute, stand as a testament to human resilience. Their story speaks volumes about our shared human past and cultural diversity. Their isolation is a shield protecting a way of life that has thrived for millennia. Their survival showcases adaptability and ingenuity. Their sustainable practices offer lessons for the modern world. True wealth lies in relationships with each other and nature. Their story challenges our notions of progress and development. Their legacy is one of resilience, independence, and deep connection to place. It deserves our respect, protection, and commitment to their autonomy. North Sentinel Island, a verdant jewel in the Bay of Bengal, stands as a powerful symbol of nature's resilience. Its forests teem with life, its reefs are a kaleidoscope of color, and its beaches remain pristine. The Sentinelese, guardians of this sanctuary, preserve its ecological integrity. Their presence ensures a delicate balance, allowing life to flourish. North Sentinel Island is a beacon of hope, where nature reigns supreme. It is our responsibility to protect this sanctuary. The Sentinelese people, though seemingly untouched by the modern world, offer profound lessons about resilience and living in harmony with nature. Their story is a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit and our capacity to thrive in challenging environments. Their isolation is a testament to their successful adaptation to unique circumstances. They have created a sustainable way of life for countless generations. Their knowledge of their environment, passed down through generations, is remarkable. They possess an intimate understanding of the island's flora and fauna. Their hunting and gathering practices are sustainable and efficient. They minimize their impact on the ecosystem while providing for their needs. Their tools, crafted from natural materials, show their ingenuity and deep connection to their surroundings. Their isolation has fostered a strong sense of community and reliance on one another. Their social structures likely revolve around cooperation, sharing, and respect for elders. Their rituals and ceremonies suggest a rich spiritual life and a deep connection to the natural world. The Sentinelese offer a glimpse into a rapidly disappearing way of life. They remind us of alternative paths to progress and the true wealth in community, nature, and cultural heritage. The Sentinelese people, though geographically isolated, are inextricably linked to the rest of humanity. Their story is a reminder that we are all part of a larger human family. Their existence challenges us to embrace diversity and recognize the inherent dignity of all people. Their story is also a call to action. It is a reminder to protect the world's remaining indigenous cultures and their lands. We must respect their right to isolation and protect their island home. The Sentinelese stand as a powerful symbol of the enduring spirit of humanity. Their story is about our shared human past and our responsibility to protect the planet. Thank you for being with us to explore the Sentinelese tribes together.